Alright. Maybe actually have some drink. Have some drink, people. What am I drinking, right? What is it drinking? I hope the music isn't too loud. I always hope the music isn't too loud, but I didn't do a ton of setup on this one. I just kind of like got it going. All right, we're playing it. Oh, just want to pause on this screen here so you guys can see how long I've actually like darkness. Attempts 13. Just to make it clear, this isn't the first time I've played this game. I've been playing it quite a bit. This isn't even my first save. This is my second or third save that I've tried. Because this game is so crushingly hard. Oh my god, I'm a little bit further. When did I stop? Anyway, how much cash do I have? It's been a little while since I played, and I certainly haven't played, on the hookup, so. What up, bro?
Care to provide me any insight as to just what sort of hideous monstrosity awaits me over on next infernal island, Kiron, mate?
Should I be over there? I don't want to be in the way of anybody's faces. The art is actually really good in this game. Alright, so, what you do or don't know about this game, I'm gonna say, well, let's start with why we're playing it.
Not bad, huh?
Alright, let's just remember some buttons real fast, right? That's that attack, that's for casts. That talks to people, that's the codex. And those are for things I don't have right now. Cool. Alright, I have played this game a couple times now. I've tried to succeed. It's really hard, as you're gonna see. I'm also really out of practice this time, so who knows how this will go. And I'm playing on my, recording setup, so there's just a hint of lag that I don't normally have to put up with. So, point is, the bit here is that this game is roguelike, right? So, every time you play it, and you're supposed to replay it a lot, I'm stuck on something. It's a little bit different, right? This particular challenge, this room here, there's a lot of rooms that are based on like specific enemy loadouts or like things to do. So these are somewhat static. All the boss fights, they're all kind of static or whatever. But all the rooms in between, they kind of just pull from a giant pool of rooms that are, just like possible spawns. Alright, that's good.
I didn't catch his name.
At the end of every room, you get to pick a buff that helps you on this current run, and you can see what you have on the right or on the left. It's somewhere around here. I'll probably look at it at some point. Seeking arrow. It's been a while, so I'm not sure which things are good and which ones aren't. Your cast seeks foes to do critical damage. I think that's what I want. There we go.
Let's hunt some dead.
The trick is they're not all useful, like it comes from a pool of them. You don't always get to pick. Anyway, that's the whole roguelike bit, right? Every single time you're going to get a different set of power-ups, you're going to get a different set of rooms, different set of enemies to fight, whatever. The...
Inferno bombers.
Right. The icing on the cake here, of course, is that this game is just designed to be hard, right? Like, you're not going to make it through. There they are, you jerks. Like this area in particular, that's lava, right? So I have to dash over the red stuff, or I lose health. You only got the one life bar per room. And while there are some abilities to extend it / replenish it, there are plenty of opportunities for the enemies to just get you. Yeah, I messed up my cast because I prefer a cast that's homing. Oh my god, my phone just went off. I hate when it does that, but you guys are still seeing me, so we're just gonna let this ride. Anyway, this game is pretty old. I'm not sure if it came out on PC first. Supergiant, the developer behind it, they traditionally have made some PC games, but this game got huge on the Switch early in the Switch's life. So I'm not sure if this was just an early, like Switch exclusive or something to that effect. I don't like looking at it like this. I want it to be awake. My phone might be on battery. Oh, the power's off. Is the power off? No, I think you're okay. I think you're just being a tool bag. That's not how it works. Yeah, you say you're at 58%, so I don't know why, but whatever. Irregardless, then after the rooms you get to pick, and of course you don't really know what these things do until after you have done it a couple times. And of course, I have forgotten what they're. That's Karen Bucks, which I have some Karen Bucks. I don't need to buy anything. Yeah, there's my power ups on the left hand side. But this is pretty much always good if I remember correctly. I can't remember which thing it is, but the point is, after you die, which I am gonna die. Don't worry, I'll be dead soon. You get transported back to hell. You play as Zagreus. Yeah, this is just like straight max life, right? So that's the bit, right? Depending on the path you pick, depending on the buffs you get, you try and build a build of Zagreus that's gonna like get you through the room, and you learn which weapons you want to keep and which things you want to pitch, and obviously there's style points.
Get back in the magma, and no one gets hurt.
But the reason the game is, well, I mean, not the reason, but the game's got a great soundtrack. The voice acting is incredible. The story is good, and it's just like a kind of fun retelling of a lot of Greek or maybe I'm not sure if it's Greek or Roman mythology because Hades versus hell, but well, hell is Christian. Irregardless, pretty powerful. Let's just get some little nuts. Whatever I have that's reflecting the blast is really prime moves right now. Anyway, I had a friend who had never seen this game before, like they had just now recently heard of it, because they're in the process of making, like Ninja Turtles. If you didn't see the Ninja Turtles animated movie that came out last year, I can't even remember the name of it, but it was fantastic. Like, it was so good. 2023, the year I'm speaking of. So good. Had Ice Cube in it, had a bunch of actually like kids playing the Ninja Turtles. I mean, I think they're still playing the Turtles, and obviously now they're a couple years older, but it just felt kind of honest. Like, I think Seth Rogen and his crew of miscreants were behind it.
Not finished yet.
Anyway, they really knocked it out of the park with that movie, and it's Ninja Turtles, right? So we weren't gonna let the property rest. So there's games on the way. There's a new cartoon series. Actually, the cartoon series just launched on Paramount Plus, and I recommend you check it out because some of the promotional material actually looked pretty sick. And of course, and it ties to the movie, which is pretty good. The whole point of the movie, I think, was to launch, like, maybe not reboot, but to certainly relaunch the Ninja Turtles property. I mean, they've certainly rebooted the universe with the way they've done the characters now, but I'm just getting riggedy wrecked. But are you dead yet? Do you shielded yet? Like I said, you got to do this every single. Right, I'm dead. I'm flipping dead because I forgot he does a multi-hit attack. And this time I already used my thing. So I have a buff that allows me to come back to life once, but I bet the last time I played I was just screwing around. Anyway, that's what happens when you die, right? You die, you go back to literal...
Oh, that stupid Hydra.
Right, he's got stuff that he says for everything that kills him. You go back to House of Hades and your dad is here, and... Oh my god, the dog is gone. Normally Cerberus, the dog is there and you can pet him.
Blood and darkness, but this place is falling apart. Nobody works an honest day down here.
Father, everybody's dead. Give them a break.
What would you even know of honest work? At least the wretched dead yet honor me as Lord. I cannot say the same for you.
See? Well written. Like all the main characters of Hades, you know, like the
again.
mythology are
Though I'm
there.
fearful it was not enough. No one ever has escaped this place.
Your expertise has readied him, Achilles. Yet I sense it is your confidence in him which spurs him on. Do not lose faith in yourself now, lest soon he do the same.
My faith is prone to shakiness at times.
You know, beautiful, well voice acted, tons of plot, and of course the plot reveals itself. Like every time you die, you come back, and if somebody has like a thing over their head, then they have something new to say. You got something new to do with them. Um, this one allows you to renovate, which is basically like, as you can, I mean, you may not be able to see it on the recording, but each of these things provides a different buff. Like some of them are cosmetic, but each of these is literally a different buff in the dungeon. So like this one will chambers may contain urns with money, which Infernal Trove is kind of scary. So we'll start with this. This is actually kind of useful for me.
Funding and autonomy to do this job upon your earliest convenience, contractor.
So wasteful of my realm's resources, boy.
Give the house contractor a break. And oh, I want that. Trim clay. You know, so like I said, you can use this to actually customize the House of Hades. Like you can redress this and all
It's
this.
awfully quiet here, you know, when you're out and about. Makes me a bit self-conscious, truth be told, seeing as ostensibly I'm the musician of this court.
Look, if you decide to start strumming on that lyre again, I'm sure nobody here is going to mind. Though you take care, okay?
If you insist, my friend.
Go away.
What are your sisters up to these days, Meg? I've not seen them around.
We're stretched a little thin, as you can see. Some kind of war up there meant lots of business here. I'm left to hold the line and deal with you.
Meg hates me.
So, hi, Prince. So, is there anything I can get you? Or maybe tidy up some more? Or I just thought maybe you'd like something to drink sometime?
Oh, drink sometime sounds wonderful, Dusa. Maybe tomorrow, assuming I'm not getting out of here by then?
What? I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, forget I asked. Or anything. I'm sorry. Bye.
Dusa?
It's a fun world. There's a lot going on. I still haven't unlocked everything. Like this isn't even the furthest I've ever made it in the game because this time I'm pretty good. So I'm making it pretty far without dying. So I haven't unlocked anywhere near as much stuff as I normally do, like in going back home. I haven't had to unlock anywhere near as many abilities. I haven't got as much darkness, blah, blah, blah. So this, the purple stuff, the darkness, this is what you use to actually buff yourself. And the keys you find, you know, you can see they unlock more abilities. You don't start with all this, but I'm just going to go ahead and some wealth, increase your cast, but this is just health, which is like just clutch, right? So health and anything else I can afford. Bonus attack damage, perform an additional dash. That's beautiful. Love an additional dash. Alright, Mirror of the Night, and then there's some other stuff that you can, like, I can't remember all of it. Anyway, there's additional weapons you can unlock. I like the sword, you know, the basic sword. I've seen the other weapons in action, not that I've ever really gone to town with them.
You know something, boyo? I think you could do a real number on one of these columns, holding up this place and bring the whole thing down in just a few swipes. Boom, boom, boom. And hate to be standing near one of them if you did.
Wreck my father's finely crafted architecture every chance I get. That I can do for sure.
There's traps that you can. I mean, I guess I'm doing something for the channel. I should probably like do something for the channel.
Open up, Baratha, the eternal spear. Join my pursuit.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
Alright, that's fun.
Let's see what's in here.
Glaive, Shield of Chaos, it's fun. That's fun. Am I controlling that, or is it just coming back to me? Oh, it's got physics. Oh no, it's going to the target. Okay, interesting. And then this is like weirdly ranged. which is neat, but unfortunately not my style. So I guess with what I see here, let's rock the spear, right? I've never done a spear run this playthrough. Let's go. You just whoop on Skelly. He allows you to practice your moves. All right. There we go. Yeah, spear run. Let's do it. Can't look again.
Beware. I'm coming back.
Let's get me out of the way so we can get a nice thumbnail shot here. Beautiful. All right, so Ninja Turtles, right? Media Blitz coming.
Which to choose?
There's a whole bunch of these things too. Like there's a lot. Add 50. And this is why you talk to the characters and like level them up and everything because they give you different things that are also buffs. Clear 25 encounters. Increase items from the well have durations. The next boon will be from Ares, right? It's because you can call the shot. So if you want to do like an Athena build or an Ares, it'll make sense in a minute. But this is extra damage on foes from behind. This is take less damage from the front, but take more from the back. Undamaged and from behind, but this is just like straight health, which is what I need. So straight health is what I need. That's how I operate in these sort of situations. Anyway, the game starts off very simple, and like I said, every time you die, you have to go through the entire dungeon. So, the reason I'm back here, the reason we're watching this, alright, who's going to go first? Spin attack is bigger, special becomes a shot. That's my special. No, I want my get over here. Your dash strike, it's 3 times but less range. Man, you guys. It's tough.
Farafa grows stronger.
So you can hit the columns, like there's a lot of traps, if you want to call them that. Right, like I can sacrifice some health. Let's do it. I mean, we're doing it for the channel, right? So these infernal, I can't even remember what they're called. Maybe it's, like you go in here and like it's bad, right? But you can get your gift from chaos instead of from one of the gods, because normally the gods of Olympus bless you, but after a certain point you can actually reach chaos.
The Olympians catch their glimpses now and then, but you are always in a shroud. Thus is the influence of Nyx.
Shoutouts to Nyx. Alright, so each time you attack, you get hit. Chamber reward previews are hidden. Your life total is reduced by 34, but it's just gonna be that.
Should be worth it soon enough.
Right. So, unlike the gods bonuses, which are pretty helpful in general, they're generally not bad or anything.
Destroy you.
They're just varied. All the Hades ones are, well, you saw, they come in huge consequence and whatnot. But as I said, you can play this game a million different ways because you're supposed to lose a million times. Like, you're supposed to keep at this for a good long while. Now, this is, I think that will, I can't, oh, right, they're hidden. Right, so there's, that's the point, right? So but I'm going to get a heck of a buff when I'm finally done with this, theoretically. The problem with the traps, I mean, like everything, is that there is, they can hurt you too, so a lot of them you can knock the enemies into. Anyway, where this connects to TMNT is that I believe, according to my friend, the one who didn't know this game existed or didn't know what it was anyway, is that the Ninja Turtles are getting one. And while I suspect the Ninja Turtle game will be a great deal easier than this and be multiplayer, like his specific reasoning was that he wanted to play it with his son. Excuse me. Yeah, because you get backstab credit when it comes back. That's great. Love it. He told me it was supposedly like Hades, So, he asked me if I'd ever played Hades, and I was like, yeah, I've played Hades, and I assumed it was going to be one of those, like, oh my god, like, what about this? late stage Hades thing that totally kicks my butt,
My
but he was the
chaos
first
boon
person I'd
switched to a
ever
new
asked
effect.
to go. I don't actually remember what my boon is, and you can check, but honestly, you never stop playing the game. Let's say, it's like whatever your boon is, you still don't get hit by your enemies and, play your enemies to your advantage, so. At least that's the way I play it. I've never had a lot of energy to, like, come up with specific strategy builds. I mean, certainly I, like, go to my style, but my style is what my style is, and I just find a way to make the game let it work. Alright, so Bacchus' power-ups are pretty sweet, but I am pretty broke. Is that the store or is that money? I honestly can't remember. But Bacchus rewards are sweet because he's got a drain to go. So, number one. Oh god. Shoutouts to you for watching. I wouldn't necessarily say get attached to this because this game, it's hard. And while I don't mind playing a game, I think it's harder than I got the juice for. I recently flamed out on, not flamed out, I mean I beat it. Or I guess I should say I beat the main narrative, but I beat Super Meat Boy, right? And that game was pretty flippin' tough. And I think, I've hopefully got the age of, like, really needing to... Alright, because it's very close, but... Is that what I paid for? I think that's what I actually paid for, is the increased side spin for the spin builder. Ah, it still got me.
That's what you get.
You're getting somewhere, man. I understand you made it up to Asphodel before. Now that is progress. Keep it up. You keep on going, yeah?
Right, and it was so hard to get to Asphodel. So hard. Alright, so your attack flicks Hangover. That's the debuff, but Cast Lob's Explosive. That's Festive Fog. Hangover is... Victim is, yeah, that's dot. So Hangover is damage over time, but Festive Fog, I believe, is just like a dot range. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Beautiful. You see what I mean? Like, there's a million different abilities, even, just within the microcosm of, like, this basic thing. So I'm assuming the TMNT game does something similar. Anyway, where this, so great.
Trespasser.
Whoops.
This one, hopefully you're seeing it up there. Yeah, I'm not in the way. This one's pretty obvious because you, as you progress, you get stronger. The earlier areas become kind of less of a challenge. So there start being these, like, challenge rooms. Again, you have to go through every room, or at least every, I guess biome is technically the word, but it's just like a different dungeon. I'm sure this pedigree actually, I'm sure this is another type of game, but I can't 100% say. Because the developer behind this Supergiant, they have pioneered a lot of really cool game ideas. It's possible they can't just, like...
That's quite enough.
Turn roguelike on its ear like this. But, can I get some of this? Right, so the store... am I missing 43? I'm missing about 43. Oh, my cast deals more damage. How broke am I? Can I afford... I can broke everything? Okay, sweet. I'm on everything. I don't remember what that one is. We're going down here. Hades 2. The sequel to this is on early access. It's only on Steam, so it's not, not on Switch yet, so I guess, yeah, that probably leads me to believe that they must have done the original Hades on PC first. It's on early access, but from what I hear about early access, like the early access build, I hear it already has as much stuff as this game in it. Like, it's already really, really, really feature robust.
A gift.
you know, I mean, it's Hades, you know, like it's this formula, so I'm assuming they just did a lot more of this, you know, just like added more to it, and that's what they've been up to since whenever they stopped actively updating this, because I think even this had a pretty long development cycle. Patching it and supporting it for a good long while before it, you know, really died out. Not that games like this ever really die out with the hardcore community. There's always somebody who's like, you know, gotta speed run it a little bit faster, gotta get through it a little bit harder. Anyway, I don't think I have that in me, but I suppose if this video does do really well, like if it turns out people do really want to see more, we can go back to Bacchus's room, because it's useful. I think it's Roman god, maybe it's Greek gods. Let's see, does it say? It's the codex. Oh, can't codex while you're fighting, so be it. This maybe I'll ask the Patreons to, you know, buy it for me. I think, I don't, you know, like I don't think it's super high priced. I think it's only 20 or 30 bucks. So.
Hello there, Dionysus. Olympus, I accept this message.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bacchus is probably the other one. Dionysus is right. Dash inflicts hangover. Your health is low. Restore tooth. Whoa. Nah. What's my cash situation? Like the stores, they didn't used to be there, but after you have to do some renovations, now there's stores down here. I don't know what the Ninja Turtle game is like, but I guess if you guys really want to see that, shout out in the comments, let me know. We can try it out, but I'm assuming it's like real full price. I would sooner play Hades 2, because I'm sure it's cheaper and more full featured. Restores 10% when you enter a chamber, but I'm broke. But I could afford one of them or two of these. That'll work. Ooh, there we go. See how my power grows.
The power of the gods.
Drunken Dash. I want to boom that up. Is there anything of value in here? Doors that are locked. Again, a lot of these things are things that theoretically you're going to you got to renovate to figure out. And of course, back then I was reading the descriptions, but I'm not now, so we're just gonna see. But we've, oh, I guess we're actually getting pretty close to flippity floppity floop time. That's interesting. Karen's my mate. I'm gonna give him a gift. You give them gifts, and that's how you unlock them.
Enjoy it, Charon, mate. Don't go thinking I'm just being kind to get you to lower your prices for me. That would be unconscionable.
Alright. So now if you check, you can see you got 4 hearts with Karen. The more times you buff them, you know, like you get stuff. I don't know everything, because again, it's been forever since I played. But I assure you, there's a ton of stuff, a lot of stuff to do. And if you don't mind just dying.
Nice to meet you.
This is new.
Hey, you must be one of Meg's sisters. Nice to finally meet you. My name is Agrius. Not murderer, definitely not.
Murderer.
Look, I've done some things that maybe aren't great, but I am very, very sure I haven't murdered anyone.
Alright. Alright, so my assumption here is that what's happened, like she's already seems very similar to Meg, who you saw in the bar, right? She's actually the first boss. After you go through the first, you know, dungeon or so. Oh god. Couple rooms. Whoa. Whoa. Anyway, Meg's tough, but you eventually get strong enough / learn enough of her abilities and what she does to really, like, she can't stop you. You still got to go through every single time you play, and she's, like, don't lower your guard because she will. Oh god, I got stunned. I've never been stunned before. Yeah, this is not a fun new ability for her to have, but it's fine. Whoa! All right, so when she does that, you got to double, triple dash, maybe. God. Oh, the arena's getting so small. Alright, I lost her. Oh, God. Okay, I lost her again. So that's the trick, right? So she's got... Okay, got her. Whew.
That's one way to prove I'm innocent.
This prophecy fulfilled. I don't know what I
some
got.
sort of power, but for what?
Titan blood battled out. Oh, that's right. There, you also do get rewards just for doing stuff. Like there's I think it might be in here. Infernal Arms, Perilous. It might not be here. It might only be in your room. But there's a thing that says like Zagreus will do the following and get something, and then like you do that, and then you get a new thing anyway. I got some blood, which is one of the things you can pay somebody with for something else. It's a whole big mystery, and believe me, if you guys really want to see it, I guess maybe.
I ought to lock you up in Tartarus.
Have to keep going.
Sorry, Pops. Anyway, after you beat Meg, she also gets a little rote. So you had that discussion with her where she talked about her sisters. You never see the other sisters anyway. Just saw my first other sister. Anywho, I might play this a little bit more because I got some corned beef in the ocean, and I'm not dead yet. Shout outs to you for watching, though. Flippity floppity flip.